I want to revisit the governor's proposed transfer of $200 million from the Horse Race Development Fund. At the 2018 Farm Show Public Officials Luncheon, Governor Wolf unveiled a report paid for by the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture and produced by the Temple Fox School of Business entitled Pennsylvania Agriculture, A Look at the Economic Impact and Future Trends. The governor lauded the report, stating, quote, "I know firsthand the transformative power of agriculture. As public officials, I'm sure you see that power on display in your own communities across the state. It's because of that potential that my administration has worked so hard to invest in and grow this category," end quote. Page 41 of this report lists the equine industry as one of only 2 agricultural sectors in the Commonwealth in the, quote, "strong and growing" category, later stating that, quote, "equine sector is very important to the Commonwealth." Both the governor and Secretary Russell Redding have made many other statements over the years, some quite strong, in favor of dollars in the Horse Race Development Fund benefiting the equine industry. The governor's about-face reversal caught the entire equine community off guard and has already led to incalculable economic losses across the Commonwealth. What would you say to farmers who took the governor at his word and made significant private investment and are now facing choices that might include selling their farm or moving out of state?
I think we have made significant investments in this industry. Over $3 billion has gone to this industry. And, say about face, we have a situation where there are limited revenues here in the Commonwealth and increasing issue with higher education costs and keeping young people in the state, as we just talked about, the growing cost of seniors. So I think it's important to focus on whether it makes sense for us to continue to invest $204 million in racehorsing purses, or if it's time to shift that investment into higher education and students in Pennsylvania and having them stay here.
So, Madam Secretary, the Racehorse Development Fund is funded through a tax on gambling in the Commonwealth. As you know, Category 1 casinos are required by law to be sited with a racetrack. Now, this was part of the deal that legalized gambling under the Rendell administration. It's my understanding that senior officials from the administration recently met with representatives from the Category 1 casinos, floating the possibility of allowing the casinos to walk away from their historical commitment to the racetracks. Are you aware of any meetings between the administration and the casinos on this topic?
No, I am not.
Have you had any discussions about any changes in the relationship between casinos and the associated racetracks?
I have not.
Would you agree that a divorce of the casinos and the racetracks would likely result in most of the tracks closing, devastating equine breeding across the Commonwealth, and leading to the loss of a significant number of jobs and thousands of acres of open space?
I imagine that to be true. If they're no longer required to have the racehorsing, I'm not sure that they would keep them.
So again, with the proposed $200 million transfer out of the fund, again, the governor a few years ago said any halt to breeding fund payments would be, quote, extremely concerning and, quote, potentially devastating. As his budget secretary, have you given him any advice about the economic impact to agriculture in the Commonwealth if this proposal moves forward?
No, I have not.
Wouldn't you say that might be part of your responsibility?
I mean, I think we're focusing on the economic viability of Pennsylvania as a whole, not just the agriculture or equine industry. And there is no other agricultural program that is subsidized by funds like this one is. And again, higher education in Pennsylvania, keeping young people here, which is what this proposal does, is important to Pennsylvania and the economy here.